We're going to finish up propaganda today with the fourth module. Let's get into it. Is propaganda effective? Some groups clearly invest in propaganda believing that it is, but is it? An important ongoing debate concerns the extent to which propaganda is effective at shaping attitudes and behaviors. Literature on these questions has grown rapidly over the last few years and encompass research on a range of outcomes. Whether or not propaganda changes citizens' attitudes or mobilizes behaviors, propaganda can still be successful primarily by undermining citizens' sense of their own political agency. So the reason for that is because you're anonymous online and it's pervasive, allowing the source of a given message to remain hidden or disguised. Individual accounts or avatars may or may not be people at all and can easily claim to be located in affiliated with rivals. Trolls and bots might flood a platform purporting to be from a country holding an election rather than state-sponsored intelligence. There's a book that I have referred to called Propaganda and the Ethics of Persuasion by Marlin. Marlin says out of the last 2 centuries, a globally interconnected, mass-mediated society has emerged. The events of the 20th century in particular have shown the enormous power, for good or for evil, possessed by those who directly control or know how to manipulate mass media. In World War I, there were millions of soldiers who died on both sides. And why? Well, it's because both sides seemed to think God was on their side. In the 1920s and 30s, the Nazi Party rose to power by using propaganda, and that played to their party's success in their country. Leaders of democracies opposing dictators such as U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill were also highly skilled at influencing public opinion, not only in politics, but in the commercial realm as well. Sophisticated techniques of manipulation have been used to market goods and promote corporate images. Advertising and public relations have become pervasive in the industrialized world. Techniques of persuasion are everywhere, and they're used for the reason that to a large extent they work. To avoid repeating the mistakes of the past, we should take the trouble to learn how easy it can be for a powerful minority to manipulate information to win the support or indifference of the majority towards its actions. There are occasions when it's right to be alarmist about propaganda. Today, whether one deals with Exxon, Greenpeace, multinational corporations, or Occupy Wall Street, techniques of mass persuasion are involved. Only one side of a hotly contested issue is addressed when both sides are using techniques of persuasion to the hilt. Our goal in this class is to define what is meant by propaganda and how it looks in semiotics to assist in understanding how it works and come to grips with ethical problems surrounding its use. So what I want to do for our participation exercise this time is to look at some ads and answer these 3 questions for both of them. You're only going to have to watch 2 videos. The questions are there any manipulative techniques used to sell the product in that commercial? Are there any pastoral fantasy elements in the commercial? Are the claims fact or fiction? Or if you can't tell, that's a third option. So the first video that we're going to watch is about a quitting smoking campaign.
If this is how your child feels after losing you for a minute, just imagine if they lost you for life.
Okay. You can stop the video now and answer the questions for the three questions for this one. And now, here is another one, also about cigarette smoking.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
So turn those in to a canvas, and next time we're going to be having a test. So it's not going to be a very long test. It's going to be 10 questions, and it's going to be open book, so you don't have to worry about having to be proctored or anything like that. All right. See you after the test.